Hey everybody, welcome to the Cooking NP. So I got home from work today and I'm like, we need something quick and fast to eat, I'm sure, just like the rest of you. And so I went through my cupboards and found some easy things that I'm going to throw together for you tonight, almost like my own version of hamburger helper. So what we've got is a bag of Kirkland's meatballs, the Italian style meatballs. I love these. They have a great flavor. 5 of them are only 5 grams of carbohydrate, so about 1 gram of carb per meatball. We've got some beef stock, some herb gravy packet mix for seasoning, a can of Beefy Mushroom soup, some heavy cream here, half a cup of heavy cream, and then our seasonings of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion flakes. And then I've already taken it upon myself to boil up the great low-carb bread company penne pasta. So it's already boiled, ready to go, and we'll be ready to dump into our pan as we're getting going with things. And I featured this product on the page already. Please like the page. Please feel free to share all of the recipes. And if you want immediate access to the rest of my recipes, click the watch video button at the top of the Facebook page and it takes you directly to my YouTube channel, Everyday Low Carb Cooking with Nichole. So I've already put 3 tablespoons of olive oil into the bottom of my pan here, and I've portioned out 5 servings of the meatballs. So this recipe is going to make 5 servings worth. And so we're just going to let these cook up a little bit in the olive oil and reheat and rewarm. It doesn't take much. They're frozen, they taste amazing, but it makes your meals when you come home in a pinch a lot faster. And we use these a lot. They're great in the air fryer as well if you have an air fryer, just to put them in the air fryer, or microwave them for a couple of minutes and you have an instant meal, whether you're throwing them into some marinara or some Alfredo sauce. This is a great, quick, easy thing to do. And you don't have to use the Kirkland's brand. You can use whatever frozen meatball, but it definitely makes life easy. Another thing that I've done in the past is take and throw them into a crock pot. Dump a couple of jars of low sugar marinara, like the Rouse marinara, on the top of it. Set it, forget it, and then you've got something to come home to in a quick instant. Melt some mozzarella cheese on the top and you've got a quick, easy meal that you can put into some low-carb buns or tortillas for meatball sandwiches if you'd like, or meatball wraps. So these guys are coming to a nice little cook, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to season it right now. So I'm going to put in my onion flake. I don't have a whole onion. If I had actually some real onion, I would be putting that in there for our flavor. Another thing that you could add into here is some bell peppers and some mushroom. You could, if you had some green beans, fresh green beans, chop them up, toss them in here, some asparagus to add that vegetable component. But we need to go to the grocery store in our house, and I don't have any of that on hand. And so this is why it's an immediate fix of things out of my refrigerator tonight. And we're going to continue to season then with our garlic powder and our black pepper. And this is pretty ad-lib, as you can see. I don't have any exact measurements. And because the kids aren't home tonight, we're going to add a little cayenne pepper. I know cayenne is not everybody's bag, but I like a little extra heat. So our cayenne pepper, and then some parsley for some color and a nice bright fresh flavor. Again, if you have fresh parsley, feel free to use it. If you don't, the dry stuff is awesome. And so now what I'm going to do is dump my can of the Beefy Mushroom soup into the bottom of the pan here. And this is what's going to create the sauce for our pseudo hamburger helper in a pinch, if you will. So stirring that in there. You might need to turn your heat down to a medium-low or to medium. It might spatter a little bit because the oil was quite hot and the meatballs were frozen, so it may spatter just a tad bit. So stand back while you're adding that in, and you're just gonna let that simmer. And then we're gonna add in our herb gravy mix. And this is going to be our base for flavor, and it's also going to help thicken up the sauce as well. So we'll stir that in. And then I'm going to add in our already cooked penne pasta. I love this penne pasta, and like I said in the post on the page, it is only 7 grams of net carb compared to 40 grams of regular pasta. It holds up very, very nicely in hot dishes such as this, or in a crock pot, or in soups. Has 12 grams of protein and 18 grams of fiber. So unlike regular pasta, it keeps you fuller and more satisfied a lot longer because of the protein and fiber content to it. Now, if you're following a strict keto diet, this may not be a good option for you because of the fact that it is 7 grams of net carb, and it is still from a wheat-based product, and so may not be for you. But if you're following a lower carb lifestyle, this is amazing. So as you can see, it's a little thicker consistency than what I'd like, and I'm going to turn up my heat a little bit. I'm going to add in my ½ cup of heavy cream, and this too is also going to help thicken it up and add a nice creaminess to it. But I'm also going to pour anywhere between a cup to a cup and a half of the beef stock in here. And this is what's going to create our broth. Now, if you would like to use vegetable stock, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to have any of the additional calories from a stock, you can certainly use water. I like beef stock just because it adds a more natural flavor, more of a home-cooked flavor, and it's more rich in my opinion. And then voila, there you go. We're just gonna let this simmer and let this cook and let all of the flavors marinate together, and make sure that the meatballs come to a thoroughly cooked through warm texture, and you serve it. You can put some mozzarella cheese on the top or some Parmesan cheese and serve it, and it's gonna make some great leftovers. This is gonna make about 5 servings. I'll have the nutrition facts information for you in the comments section. I hope you find this recipe easy to go to. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye.